Hello and welcome. As a specialist in hospitality performance, I've spent my career exploring how modern operations and technology can truly elevate the guest experience. It's my pleasure to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to this online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive deep and master the crucial final moments of a guest stay.
So here's our game plan. We're going to break down the art of the farewell into 5 key areas. We'll start with why that final impression is so incredibly important. Then we'll get into the proactive preparation that makes a smooth checkout possible. We'll also talk about that delicate balance between using technology and keeping that genuine human service. After that, a look at the behind-the-scenes magic. And finally, how to craft a farewell that makes your guests start planning their next visit before they've even left.
All right, let's jump right in. We put so much energy into the welcome, the lobby, the room, everything that happens during the stay. But the departure? That's what seals the deal. It's not just another transaction. It's the final scene in the story of their stay with you.
And there's some real psychology to this. There's something called the peak end rule, which basically says people remember an experience based on its most intense moment and its end. So that final interaction carries a huge amount of weight. A really fantastic stay can be soured by a messy, frustrating departure. But a seamless farewell, that can make a pretty good stay feel like a great one. It really cements that feeling of being looked after, right up to the very last second.
And this really shows you the 2 different roads you can go down. Over on the left, you've got the stuff of nightmares, long lines, sudden problems with the bill, a rushed, impersonal vibe. It just creates stress and undoes all your hard work. But on the right, that's our goal. Effortless, calm, clear, and personal. The guest leaves feeling respected and appreciated. The difference between these 2 experiences is just massive.
So how do we get to that seamless experience? Well, it doesn't just happen when the guest walks up to the front desk. Nope. It actually starts hours, maybe even a full day, before they leave. The real foundation of a perfect departure is all about being proactive and communicating clearly.
Let's just walk through this. First, you anticipate. You know exactly who's checking out and when. Second, you review their account before they get to you, looking for any late charges from the minibar or restaurant. This allows you to do the third step, which is to fix any issues before the guest is even aware of them. And finally, you have all the paperwork ready to go. See? This turns checkout from a chaotic reaction into a smooth, confident, professional interaction. Now, being prepared is only half the job. The other half is clear communication. Think of it as the glue that holds the whole process together. This is about being upfront about express checkout options, taking a moment to walk through the bill, or giving clear instructions for their taxi and luggage. Every single one of these things builds trust. It sends a clear message to the guest, we've got this, we're organized, and we're here to make this easy for you.
Okay, let's talk about the world we live in now. We have some incredible technology that can help us, but the real art is using that tech to be more efficient without losing the personal, human touch that hospitality is all about.
I mean, think about it. We have mobile apps that let a guest check out while they're in a taxi on the way to the airport. Self-service kiosks can totally cut down on queues at the front desk. And things like express key drops and getting your invoice by email are just so convenient, especially for a business traveler who's in a rush. All these tools give the guest more control and flexibility. But here is the most important thing to remember. Technology is fantastic. It's a great partner in making things run smoothly, but it's not the main show. It's there to handle the boring stuff so that your team can focus on what really counts, that human connection. It should be a tool that frees you up, never a wall that puts distance between you and your guest.
And that's exactly where personalization makes all the difference. It can be as simple as greeting a guest by name, asking a real question like, "How did your conference go, Mrs. Chen?" or just acknowledging that they're a loyal member. Little things like that can turn a routine task into a genuine moment of connection. It shows them they're more than just a room number.
Now, for any of this to work out up front, what's happening backstage has to be absolutely flawless. A seamless guest experience is always the result of incredible coordination between different departments.
I like to think of it like this triangle. The front desk can't create an accurate bill unless food and beverage has posted that final breakfast charge, and housekeeping has confirmed the minibar status. If just one of those lines of communication breaks down, guess who feels it? The guest. They're the ones stuck waiting and getting frustrated.
So let's say a mistake does happen. A guest finds an error on their bill. What is your number one goal right now? It's not just about fixing a number on a piece of paper. Your main objective is to handle it so quickly, so professionally, and with so much grace that you actually make the guests' trust in you stronger.
And to do that, your team needs to be empowered. This means they need the training and, just as importantly, the authority to fix problems right there on the spot. A calm, confident, and polite response can turn a negative moment into a positive one. It shows the guests that you truly care about getting it right for them.
Okay, this brings us to our final and, I think, most important part. All the technical stuff is done. Now it's about crafting the farewell itself, making sure the guest leaves on an emotional high note with a great memory.
And there are really 3 parts to this. First, logistical support. Just asking if they need help with their luggage or confirming their airport transfer, it makes the physical act of leaving so much easier. Second, asking for feedback. It shows you really care about their opinion. And third, that simple, warm farewell. That's what leaves that lasting feeling of being truly appreciated.
And it's the small things that have the biggest impact, right? Acknowledging a guest who stays with you often. A genuine, we really look forward to welcoming you back soon. Or even just showing a little cultural awareness in how you say goodbye. These are the details that take your service from good to truly great hospitality.
So, to wrap it all up, what is the perfect checkout? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a blend. It's operational, meaning it needs to be precise, like a Swiss watch. And it's relational, meaning it needs real empathy and human warmth. It's that beautiful meeting point of process and personality that creates one final, powerful impression of pure excellence.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about as you continue in your careers. When your guest is walking out that door for the last time, what is that final feeling you want them to take with them? Is it going to be relief, frustration, or just nothing? Or will it be a feeling of warmth, of being appreciated, and a quiet little thought that says, I can't wait to come back? The choice and the hard work to make it happen is all yours. Thank you.